fuck. Oh, we are in for chest, and a tiny little bit of shoulders. Purely just down to the fact of my split hasn't changed. My training has just kind of seen a little bit of an incorporation of extra chest work and extra shoulder work in my chest and shoulder days. So I'm not training push because there's no tricep work today. We might do a little bit of biceps at the end, but again, if we feel good enough to do so, if we feel like it's not needed, it's not needed. But we'll begin with some pec deck. Like you can see, that set was probably a bit harder than anticipated, but I'm not looking to take this to complete failure. I'm really just looking to get as much blood into the chest as possible without creating too much fatigue. Just because I'm still going on to my big press and movements in which I want to feel really nice on, but I don't want to take too much fatigue away because I'm going to come back to a fly later on in the session. So like I say, the dominant body part today is chest, but we are going to do a little bit of delts nearer the back end of the session. So as always guys, hope you can enjoy this one, hope you can take something from it as well, and we'll just get on with it. It's quite a weird Smith that gets very heavy at the bottom and drops off quite a lot at the top. It'll be interesting to see where we can take it. No numbers in mind, again, just because I've not ran anything really consistently here. So, for example, my last chest session, we done it pretty much the opposite way around, just because I was training with somebody else and we went through their session. So with us doing a fly first and then moving to an incline press, it's actually the first time using the Smith machine as well. So again, it'll be essentially setting baselines, just finding where I'm at for maybe a good setup between 8 and 12 reps, and we might do a couple of them before we move on to the next movement. Yep.
Come on then.
Oh. 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 Oh.
Yes, finish it.
Oh. Two sets, one on your kind of 6 to 10 rep range and one on 10 plus. So I think I hit that almost right, dropping from the 130s to the 90s. Obviously we're talking around a 40-pound drop off, which maybe around 17.5 kilograms is right. So with that, it allows me to know that I'm going to hit 10 at least, and then anything above 10 is of course a bonus. But when I'm dropping to them back off set, guys, I'm really making sure that I am getting at least a good 5-6 more reps than what I would on my top end set. Just purely down to the fact of, if I'm overshooting it a little bit and I could have maybe went 105s, 110s and only dropped off 20 pounds, I might have got less than what I did on my top because my top took so much out of me. So if you're doing top and back offs, just ensure that you are taking a significant enough drop off to know that you're going to be able to accumulate up a little bit more volume and be able to be more in control with less energy. That is always the key, because you're dropping energy, and if you're going back in a really heavy weight, there's chances of your stability, there's chances of your control, your tempo, your feel on the muscle dropping off. And that's the last thing you want, especially when you're moving on but still pretty early in your session. You still want to be making sure that you're being able to stabilise everything as efficiently as possible and stay on the muscle. One thing as well, guys, what you will see about today's chest portion of the session, we're pretty much just doing upper chest work, purely down to the fact of I have a really shit shelf and it's very underdeveloped. I'm so shit, haven't I? Yeah, I'm really weak as well. Yeah.
You need to work on that.
Yeah, Cody knows I need to work on that. So with that being said, we're going to just do upper chest work. With my last chest session, we've pretty much done all flat, so that is why today we're pretty much staying on the upper chest.
Something now.
We'll go 3.
Days we don't want to wake up.
This is one of them videos that you listen to and all that you can hear is Sarah in the background. It's just one of those days where you don't want to wait.
That's not true.
I'm not changing my training, I'm not making a whole new split. I'm still doing everything the same, so my split remains the same. Legs, chest, back, shoulders, arms, deadlifts back, whatever happens on Tuesday happens on Sunday. The following week, whatever happens on the Thursday will happen on the Tuesday and the Sunday. So essentially just chest and shoulders are getting rotated. But now, in my chest and shoulder sessions, by the time I get to the end, all I'm doing is, right, okay, I feel good enough to do this. I want to do this, so I'll do this side delt movement, or I'll do this front delt movement, or this rear delt movement. Now, rear delts I won't do as much because I'm going from chest into back into shoulders. So I'm sometimes doing rear delts with my back workouts. So if I do it with my back workouts, I'm not going to do it the following day in my shoulder workouts. The only time I would ever do that would be if I never done them in my back workout, I would do them in shoulders, or for example, I would do in my shoulder session and then not in my back session. So it sounds very complicated, it's very easy, but I'm really just still going by how I feel. So if I'm getting to the end of my sessions and I'm completely wrecked, I'm not doing extra chest or delt work. If I'm getting to the end of my session and I feel good enough to do one side delt movement, I'll throw in one side delt movement. So that's really the only thing that's changed. Everything else remains the same because I'm a creature of routine and habits are always the same. So I want to always make sure that my routine is the same from the start of the week to the end of the week. My leg days will always be Mondays. My chest and shoulder days will always be Tuesdays, Thursdays and Sundays. Midweek packs always a Wednesday. Like, nothing changes. Chest, a little bit of shoulders. I shouted that there,
Yeah.
didn't I? Everybody would have heard that.
The music went quiet and you shouted it.
No. Got another really good one in the books today. A couple of surprising sets, especially with the 130s on the dumbbell incline for 9. Never touched them before. I'm not actually sure what it is in kilograms. I'll do the conversion and put it up on the screen because I know that the majority of people that follow me probably work in kilograms. But I was more than happy with that, especially after the incline Smith machine. But I believe we have maybe one more session here in destination for chest. So we'll make that one count as always, but next up after that it'll be back into Ultraflex. So we'll be back onto things like Cybex Smith, back onto things like Prime pin loaded press, hammer strength incline press, which I'm super excited to see where I lie on them now. But another good one in the books today as always. Hope you guys can take something from it. Any questions, drop them down below, and I'll see you all in the next video.